What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? Welcome to Shay's Tube. Thank you guys for coming in today. Happy and blessed Wednesday. It is August the 23rd, 2023, y'all. And today is Wednesday. Hope you guys are having a great day, a great work day. I know some people are at work, which I told y'all before. Sometime I will come on a little earlier when time allows, and today is one of those days. All right. So today, guys, we're going to talk about Joann Cook, who became missing, guys, and they have no trace of her. All right, so that's what our topic is today. But before we go into our topic, let me first say thank you to all my new subbies. Welcome to Shades 2. Thank you to everybody who has been with me for the longest. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Also, guys, if you like watching this video, you can thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe below and hit that bell notifications so you can be notified of any upcoming videos. Okay, go check out my shorts. I just put up one, a little part of our little venture to North Hollywood last week. I put up a partial video on that on my shorts. So check that out and thumbs up that. All right. And then I'll put up a fuller video on YouTube sometime today or either tomorrow. All right. All right. Let me see who's in the chat. Hey, Mo Bang for your bucks. Thank you for coming in. And welcome to everybody in the bushes and everybody who watches this in the replay. All right. We're going to go ahead and start off again because y'all know I'm in a rush. I got about an hour and then I have to get out of here. So we're going to go ahead and get this live on the road. Okay. On the road. And y'all, yesterday, let me just tell y'all something. I don't know what the heck I be talking about sometimes when I be on this camera. You know what I'm saying? I be saying all types of weird shit. So you remember yesterday when I said stenographer. Okay, it's stenographer. You know, I was like not even doing my live last night. It was hours later, like way at nighttime. And I was watching my live and I heard myself say that right. And then I corrected myself right then and there. And then I went online and looked it up to make sure that I was actually saying it correctly. And it is stenographer. I don't know what the hell I was talking about yesterday. I just really don't. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know, sometimes when you get on camera, at least for me, it's like my mind goes blank. You know what I'm saying? I don't see things that I know what it says, but when I'm on camera or just talking on camera, it's like, you know, I'll be like, oh man, what is this word? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that was a blooper. So you got to forgive me for that one. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and do this. And I will go over just a little breaking news, just a little. Okay. Because I only have 1 hour today again. All right. So let's go ahead and go over some breaking news real quick. And then I'll go over this main topic where we're going to be talking about Joann Cook, who became missing, I think, while she was going on a walk and haven't been seen since. Okay. So again, I like to talk about these missing cases because they're not solved. These people are still missing, and you never know when this may affect your family or even yourself. So it's just good to know about these type of things. Like I said yesterday, it's fun and dandy to go on YouTube and do fun things, to watch people argue, do the most, and act silly. But at times you need to learn some, you know, stuff about what's really going on in this world. And I'm here to present that to you as well as some fun at times. Okay. All righty. So let's go ahead and do a little breaking news. So y'all know how I usually do it. Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. All right. So here we go with some breaking news for Wednesday, August the 23rd, 2023, y'all. All right. Let me get some water real quick because I'm thirsty, y'all. It's good to drink that water, okay? Wow. And I hope it's not super hot outside. It looks like it may be, but it says 85, but I don't know where this temperature is on my computer. Okay, let's see. Okay, here we go. Okay. I don't think I saved anything here. I think I saved it somewhere else because the way I was saving my information does not work anymore since the person changed phones and now use that number. Messed up my whole thing. I'm trying to think, where did I save it at? Goodness. I'm trying to see who did I send it to and told them that I was not sending this for real. I'm trying to think. Y'all, I'll be forgetting where I leave information at sometimes. Just hold on for a second, please, because I definitely don't remember where I sent it to. Let me think. Because I be doing stuff Damn, I send that to the news articles that I kept yesterday. I be doing stuff for I be doing stuff and then I be working and stuff. And so I'll forget. I don't know who the hell this is, but whoever it is, I'm not getting ready to talk to them. They love to call when I'm on the damn phone. This person is calling from Texas. I don't know who this is, but they can leave a message and I'll check them out later because I really don't know. I know some people from Texas, but not like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'll check them out later because I don't know who the hell it is. Let me think. Where did I put the news articles at, y'all? Goodness. Let me see what did I do with these daggone things. This is crazy. I'm just gonna have to go into that story first because this is just wasting up a lot of damn time, a lot of unnecessary time. You know what I'm saying? Let me make sure I didn't send it. Maybe I sent it to his other phone. Let me see. Did I send it there? No. Let's see. Nope. Maybe I sent it to this phone and he. Okay, wait a minute. Hold up. Let me think. I don't know where I did. But so what we're gonna do? We're gonna go ahead and go over Joann Cook's situation, and then I'll go back to the news because I'm wasting the time doing this. Okay. So anyway, let's go ahead and go over her stuff because man, this is crazy. I don't forget what I did with the information that I have for you guys. And I did read one of the news articles, but I want to actually, read it from the article itself, so I won't mix anything up. Okay, so let's go ahead and do reaction time first. Sorry about that, y'all. And we're going to talk about the missing case of Joann Cook. Okay, let me get that real quick. I was just on it and I took it off. So here it is right here. Wait a minute, hold on. Okay, y'all. Here we go. So, y'all, Joann Renee Cook vanished after going on a late night walk in Salem, Virginia. Okay, this was on January the 24th, 2010. Okay, she was last seen by her husband at their home in Salem. She told her husband she was going for a walk. It was never seen again. All right. It's like always, they be telling their husband something, or either they just leave and the husband claims they don't know what happened to the wives. Okay. Let's see. Let me show y'all what she looks like. This is Joann right here. Okay. Okay. So anyway, Mike and Joann Cook had a very troublesome marriage, y'all. They were never happy. And this was told by Joann's sister. And she told Dateline this, okay? It was more of a comfort thing for both of them. Okay, so I'm guessing they got married just to be comfortable, income or just to have a partner like so many people do. Anyway, the couple lived in Salem, Virginia with their young daughter, Ashlyn. But in 2007, Mike moved to how you pronounce this? Des Moines, Iowa, to find a job with plans for Joann and Ashley to join him once he was settled. Meanwhile, though, Joan was also settling down herself. She had gotten a new job and a new man. Wait a minute, hold up. So if he went to live in Iowa to find a job, him, why would she find a new man? Hey, Brown Sweet, thank you for coming in. Anyway, it says here, meanwhile, though, Joan was also settling down herself. She had gotten a new job and a new man. According to Carol, just 3 months after moving to Iowa, Mike found out about Joan's new relationship and moved back to Salem. So, in other words, she was cheating. This is what she was doing. So, she was cheating on her husband, when obviously he moved to a whole nother state. Okay. Anyway, her sister told Dateline that's when Mike and Joan's rocky relationship took a turn for the worse. She says Mike started stalking Joan and her new boyfriend. Stalking. Mike had done a couple of things, Carol said. That's her sister. He would sit outside their work and wait to watch them come out. She says one weekend she saw him putting nails behind her tires, her sister's tires. Then she said, I confronted him on it, and he said it was just a stupid thing that I did. Carol said, okay, that's what Carol said. She added, however, that to her knowledge, her brother in law never made specific threats or showed violence. By the end of 2009, Carol says Joan was living with her new boyfriend. What? Which wasn't right. She knew our feelings on it, Carol told Dateline. She eventually wanted to get a divorce from Mike, but she couldn't afford it at the time. Okay, so if you couldn't afford a divorce, I didn't read anywhere here where they said that they were separated. So why not just separate? And then you can go get legal separation. But even if you don't get a legal separation, if you guys remain apart for a certain amount of time, then it's like, you're separated. You know what I'm saying? And you're not having sex or anything. You are separated. So I don't know why she just didn't go and file for separation through the courts. Even if you can't pay for it, in a lot of states, they let you file some type of form and they can, pay for the divorce or separation for you. So I don't know why she didn't do that. And still, that's no excuse to be cheating. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Joan's new boyfriend had a daughter and had visitation with her every other weekend. On those weekends, Joan would stay with Mike and Ashlyn at the family home where they lived. On January 24th, 2010, during one of those weekend stays, everything changed. Carol says it was cold that night and rainy. Certainly not ideal weather for a late night walk around the neighborhood to see a friend. Carol says Mike told her that the evening Joan left had been a completely normal night. The Roanoke County Police Department did not respond to Dateline's request for comment by publication. Okay, but anyway, let me go ahead and finish reading this. Anyway, Joan left her home around 11 o'clock that night. Authorities say their last trace of the 44-year-old was a text from her phone to the friend she was allegedly going to see that night when she vanished. The text was sent around 5 a.m. on January 25th, 6 hours after she was last seen, and simply read, "I love you." Carol found out about Joan's disappearance when Joan's work called a few days later and said her sister did not show up for a couple of shifts. Carol said, "I was not able to get in touch with her. I talked to her husband, and he said the last time he had seen her was on the night of the 24th when she had set off on foot for her friend's house." Carol said Mike told her he had not reported Joan missing yet because he figured she was still around somewhere. She had been living with her new boyfriend, so Mike wouldn't see her every day. Anyway, what kind of relationship did they have? The Roanoke County Police told WSLS Mike then reported Joan missing and the investigation started. The police department used cadaver dogs in the front and backyard of their home. There was no blood evidence anywhere, y'all. Just poof, she was gone. Her sister told Dateline the police ruled out Joan's new boyfriend as a suspect because he was out of town with his daughter that weekend. Carol said Mike has told police he and his wife weren't arguing the night Joan vanished. And in Ashlyn's interview with police, the then 7-year-old told police she didn't hear anything loud or anything out of the ordinary in the house that night. Carol, though, believes Mike knows more than he's saying. "I truly think something happened between the two of them," Carolyn told Dateline. "And as the last person to have seen Joan, he is the only one who knows anything." Police also believe someone close to the family knows what happened. While nobody has been charged in connection with Joan's disappearance, the now retired Roanoke County Police Department Commander David McMillan told WSLS in 2015 that he was optimistic about her case being solved. With witnesses, time usually helps us because they have time to think about it and to learn more and then make decisions to come forward. That's what Commander McMillan told WSLS. Carol said Joan's daughter, Ashlyn, lived with her for a few months following Joan's disappearance, but she and her dad, Mike, have since moved back to Iowa. "My family has a slight relationship with Mike only because of Ashlyn," Carol told Dateline. "We can talk on the phone." Joan's disappearance has caused pain for many of her family members. The situation caused my mother to have a mental breakdown. It's been rough on her, Carol said. And our dad passed away about a year and a few months ago. So we would like to have her home to put her beside him. Our biggest desire is justice, Carol added. Joan Renee Cook is described as being 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighing 120 pounds. Both of her ears are pierced, and she has two known tattoos, a frog on her lower middle back and a string of flowers around her one ankle. For more on Joan's case, visit the Find Joann Cook Facebook page. If you have any information on Joann Renee Cook's disappearance, please call the Roanoke County Police Department at 540-562-3265. Okay, so what y'all think about that? Do y'all think, I don't believe that she went out there and did a walk like that. I just don't. Just like with the other case that I read to you guys yesterday, I don't know. These husbands are just suspicious all the way around to me, okay? Um, you don't report her missing because you claim that she goes away all the time. First of all, what's up with their relationship? How are you going to go and start a new job in a new state, right? And then you have plans for your wife and kid to join you. And your wife has started a whole different relationship with a whole different dude while she's still married to this dude in a whole nother state. Okay, so then the husband starts to stalk her. Why? Just get a divorce because she's already cheating. Okay, and of course, he was mad about the entire thing, which that's normal and everything. Okay, but the night that she became missing, and he claims that she went outside for a walk, and they said it was cold outside, and and then he did not call the police to file a missing persons report when she was gone for a long time. He waited for a while to do that. So to me, I don't know. It just sounds very odd, and they did search the yard and all of that stuff. But again, I'm going to say what I said last night. Sometimes when people are planning to get rid of someone, they look up everything, and maybe not on their computers at home or their phones, because some people are not stupid. They actually sit down and make calculated decisions and just plan everything out, and even plan how they can dispose of a body without it being traced. You know what I'm saying? Now, who would bury a body in the yard? Okay, I mean, anybody should know not to do that. I know people still do that shit and keep them in their house, but if you think it rationally, you wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? So who's to say? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that her husband did it, but you don't see no evidence of her or anything. No trace, no nothing. Now, somebody could have snatched her. Yes, somebody could have snatched her if she actually went out there and took a walk and took her somewhere. Could have did trafficking or something. She could be in a whole nother country. You just never know. But still, these husbands to me are very suspicious, because I don't care if your wife is gone for 20 hours and she does it all the time. Normal instincts will make you basically pick up the phone maybe after some hours and call the police and say your wife or your husband didn't return home. And then he claimed they wasn't arguing. I don't know if they was, because the little girl at the time, the daughter at the time was only 7. And she said she did not hear any arguing and stuff. And you can usually tell when a little bitty child, is lying. You know what I'm saying? You can usually tell about that. So I don't know, if they were arguing, but that doesn't mean anything, because he could be holding some type of grudge, because he's mad because she was cheating and things like that. He could be holding that inside of him. You know what I'm saying? And she could have went out for a walk, and he could have followed her. Because the thing about it, when she went out to walk, somebody would have had to know that she was outside, right? Walking, and where she was. Okay. In order to grab her. Now, yes, some people do just be outside waiting to get into some type of stuff. But a lot of times, people know your routine. And she randomly did this. Randomly. She didn't just do it, all the time like that. And then it was cold outside. To me, I'm going to say again, I just honestly believe that it's more to that story. I believe, like they said, that he knows a little bit more and everything. So let me go ahead and tell you a little bit more about Joan. Okay, Joan had a 7-year-old daughter named Ashley, like I told you, with her estranged husband, Mike. Joan frequently stayed with her boyfriend. That's crazy. But would often stay with Mike when her boyfriend was out of town. That's so daggone weird to me. And you know good and damn well, hey, the CEO, thank you for coming in. You know good and well that he was upset about that. Okay, you know, for real, she was just using him too. Because how are you going to be married, right? Then you cheat. Then when your boyfriend goes out of town, you go back and stay with your husband. Who does this? Okay. Anyway, Joan was a dedicated employee at a retirement community where she worked as an administrative assistant. She kept to herself for the most part, wasn't very social, didn't know many people in Salem. Okay. So again, on January the 24th, 2010, Joan spoke with her parents on the phone for the very last time at 10:30 p.m. Joan was known to call them every week, a habit she would never break. Joan was staying at Mike's house in Salem because, again, her boyfriend was out of town. I think he went out of town to take his daughter back to the mom's or whatever. So anyway, according to Mike again, Joan left the home sometime between 11 p.m. and 11:45 p.m. to walk to a friend's home down the street. The friend later told police that she was not home at the time and did not see Joan that night. So I don't believe that. I don't believe she walked outside. I don't believe she told him that she was going to see a friend that was not home, y'all. I don't believe that. I believe he made this up. Okay. Why would you be saying you going outside to walk to a friend's house when you know your friend is not even at home and your friend already told you this? The friend told the police that she was not home at that time and did not see Joan that night. And I'm sure that Joan would know this because they probably talked all the time. Anyway, the following morning, January the 25th, 2010, Joan sent her final text message to a friend. The message is reportedly to have said, I love you. This phone call was later traced to Salem, Virginia, third exit on I-81 southbound. And that could have been anyone, you know, anybody could have sent that text. You know, that's the thing about it. When people are texting you, trying to pretend like they're other people or things like that, you don't know if it's that person. You know what I'm saying? Unless you ask them personal questions that only you and that person knows, or if you see them on video call or something like that. Anybody can play as somebody else through a text message. Okay. Anyway, in the following days, Joan's sister Carol received a call from Brandon Oaks, a retirement community where Joan worked as an administrative assistant, informing her that Joan had not shown up for work for many days. After this, Carol, who is Joan's sister, contact Mike, the husband, who then reports her missing to local police. And that's weird in itself because if your wife has been gone for all these days, why didn't you call the police? That's very suspicious. Anyway, um, they still did not find any proof, no evidence or anything. But people say they just have their gut feelings that something happened. That something happened and she is dead. So in 2010, police used search dogs and cadaver dogs to search the neighborhood in area around Mike's home with no luck, just like I told you guys before. Police also canvassed the neighborhood by knocking door to door to see if any neighbors had seen or heard anything in the night of Joan's disappearance, along with conducting aerial surveillance in the area she was last seen. And they still did not find anything. I'm going to say this again. I don't believe she was ever outside. I don't believe she ever went on a walk. Okay? I just don't. I believe something might have happened to her somewhere else in the house or wherever, but I just don't believe she was ever outside. Because why would anyone see any trace of her outside? Okay, nothing. And in 2010, they still had cameras, and everything. I don't know if they had the Ring cameras, but they had other video cameras and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then people do be up looking out of windows, outside, walking around, even at 11 o'clock or 10:45 or 10 o'clock at night. They do it in my neighborhood all the time. And then people are looking out the windows and stuff like that. Why did anyone see her? Okay, even if nobody did see her, okay, why come they don't find no trace of her on, like, no hair follicles, no hair fibers, no clothing fibers, no hair, nothing. Because usually, like, if you're walking and you touch your hair, that may come, hair may come off, or just anything that they can look for when they're looking for missing people. I don't know what all they look for, but there's a lot of stuff that they look for to tell if you've been in the area, and blase, and they didn't find nothing, no trace, no proof or anything. So did she actually walk outside? Okay, and then that friend said she hadn't talked to John, right? And she wasn't at home. So I'm sure she probably talked to her friend before that night. Okay. And let me just keep it real with you. Anytime somebody is doing something criminal anyway, they're going to use the alibi, or they're going to try to make it seem like you went out to visit a friend that they know that you have in the area, whatever the case is. But that doesn't mean that's actually true. You know what I'm saying? They said there is no physical evidence or signs of foul play in this case. It has been more than 12 years. She was missing in 2010, and this is what, 2023. Let's see, 2010, 21, 2, 3. She's been missing for 14 years now. And they are still no closer to finding answers than they were in 2010. That's a damn shame. She would be 58 years old now. She was 44 when she was missing. White lady, female, 5'6", 620 pounds, with brown hair. Nobody just disappears, okay? And no trace, okay? Nobody just disappears unless aliens or some other weird shit, has happened to them. Nobody. So again, I'm still gonna place that suspicion on that husband, because it just, things does not add up, the way he handled everything. And why would he allow her to come over when she's not with her boyfriend? He had to hold some type of resentment for that. Let's see if I can find anything else about this lady. Hold on for a minute, y'all. Just hold on. This is a crazy little case. I wish I could find a little bit more information about her husband, because that's what you really want to know about, and about their relationship in full. Anyway, they also said that that night that she left, y'all, it was rainy and chilly. Why would you go outside to walk to a friend's house, and why not just drive? And they said that she carried a green duffel bag, a beige toiletries bag, her purse, wallet, and house keys. So, okay, so they didn't find any type of evidence, nothing left behind or anything. If somebody would have grabbed her, do you think they would have took the time to grab her toiletry bag, maybe her purse, maybe her bag? But the house keys, they probably would grab the wallet if they knew she had a wallet. So why wasn't none of this stuff on the ground if she was actually taken? Because usually if somebody's taking you, because remember, nobody knew that she was leaving her home, right, to walk over to her friend's house, right, and it's raining and cold. So nobody could have planned to do this to her in advance, because they didn't know she was leaving. You see what I'm saying? So if somebody is just riding down the neighborhood and happen to see a lady walking and decide they want to grab her, I don't think they're going to be waiting around to pick up everything off the ground. They may pick up her wallet. They may pick up her purse, maybe. But I doubt they will pick up that toiletry bag, and probably not even the green duffel bag. They may get the keys, maybe. So why wasn't any trace of her left if she was taken? Let's see what else they said. And they said the friend lived less than a mile away too. And they don't know if she actually made it to her friend's house or not, if she was actually out there walking, because they don't have any proof of her walking. But they did claim that allegedly they received that text from her the next day. Let's see. Well, on January 26th, they received a text, at 5:30 a.m. that said, I love you. That could be anybody. You know what I'm saying? That could have been anybody. And she was on Interstate. Where was she at? She was at 3rd and Salem exit outbound along Interstate 81. That is crazy. That's very strange. And they said there hasn't been any activity on her phone since, her bank accounts, or credit cards. So you know, good and daggone well that something happened to her. Because no one is going to disappear if they are still alive unless they got a whole new identity, right? And then got new accounts, new credit cards, and all that. Then you can see that. But why would she need to do that? She was already doing what she wanted to do anyway while she was married. She already had the boyfriend on the side and anything else she wanted to do. So why would she need to go get another identity? That don't even make no sense. Okay. I don't know if the husband did anything to her or if she was taken. I'm just saying, usually it's something left behind, especially if you're carrying all of these things with you. Anyway, they did say Joan is reported to have suffered from depression and she was taking antidepressants for many years. Okay. Um, they did say since her marriage was always like rocky, it was not uncommon for Joan to leave and spend a couple of nights with a friend. These are weird ass married couples. These two people when they were married, they also slept in separate bedrooms. That's weird. Okay. Y'all, I don't care what nobody say. I still think it's very strange unless you have a medical condition, you just had a baby, to sleep in separate bedrooms or separate beds from your husband or your wife. That's why did you even get married? Okay, let's see. They were also struggling financially and were emotionally separated. Joan had tried moving out a couple of times but came back. She seemed to stay primarily for her daughter, Ashlyn's sake. So now we found out a little bit more details about her marriage. So it was like a hot ass mess, but still struggling financially and all this other stuff. I mean, for me, I would just base it wouldn't be hard for me to lead a marriage. Okay. I'm just be perfectly honest. It'd be little, just a very little, but I'll be thinking about what's best for my kid. You know, people think staying together with people is best for your child, but not when they see you unhappy. They see you two struggling all the damn time. You're living with your boyfriend, you know, doing the most, committing adultery. You're doing the most. You're arguing. You know, how is that happiness for your child? So you be better off leaving that person. You know what I'm saying? And taking care of your child, getting yourself together. He get himself together, and just be good parents. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. I don't know why they be using that excuse all the damn time. Let's see. Anyway, the husband filed a missing person report 1 week later, y'all. And that's crazy. Anyway, they did question the husband, okay? He made himself available to police until July 2010 when that all changed. Michael packed up a U-Haul truck with all the family's belongings and moved to Iowa, without telling police. A neighbor called police to let them know. Without any evidence or a body to point to Michael's involvement, there wasn't much police could do. But damn, they know what to do when they be running behind certain people. They know what to do then, but why can't they ever find these missing people or find out what happened to them? And how the hell he can just get up and move? Yeah, you can get up and move, but the thing is, so you mean to tell me they can't question him in another state if they think that he may have had some type of involvement with this? Anyway, they said everybody agrees that Joan would have never left her daughter. Her daughter was living in Iowa with Michael's parents, who allowed Joan's mother and Joan's sister to have a relationship with Ashley. This all changed when Michael found out that the two had planned a trip to Iowa. Michael Michael moved Ashlyn out of his parents' home and then cut off all contact. So as of now, I guess they don't have any relationship. This is an updated article I'm reading with Ashlyn. I'm not sure. Anyway, they was asking these questions. They said, did she just walk away to start a new life without her daughter? That's hard to believe. Did Michael have something to do with her disappearance? I bet he could have. Why would he cut his daughter's ties off with both families? That's what I'm trying to see. Did she see something that night he's scared? What? He's scared she may mention it? Something like what? Because it seemed like she was the one, doing weird shit, as far as sleeping around with somebody else, and then be with her boyfriend all these other times. But when her boyfriend leaves to go out of town, and she goes back to be with Michael. That's weird. And then they ask, where is Joan? I think Joan is dead. And I think that Michael looks suspicious because who waits, what did I say, a week to report your wife missing? Okay. Um, why would you tell police that your wife took all these things with her when she went to visit her friend that only lived less than a mile away? Okay. And then her friend said that she wasn't at home and she hadn't talked to Joan. So why would Joan be going over there with all her stuff if she hadn't talked to Joan? And even if she would have talked to Joan, she would have told Joan that she wasn't going to be at home. That's a lie. I believe that's a lie. I really do. And I believe that if he didn't do anything, he has something to do with it. I don't believe she ever was outside. I just don't. Okay? Because if somebody would have grabbed her again, the likelihood of something dropping and the person not picking it up is very high. And I'm sure the police knows this. You can be walking outside yourself with a bunch of stuff, and if somebody start chasing you, you run, you may drop something. And a lot of times you're not going to stop to pick it up. And if the person catches you, they may pick up some things, but they're not going to pick up everything because they're trying to hurry up to grab you, get you in their car so nobody won't see them. Why would somebody take the time to pick up all this stuff she was carrying? And why didn't the police search team find any trace of her if she was walking outside at 10:45 or 11 p.m. On a rainy, cold night going over a friend's house? I don't believe that story. I believe it's made up. And nobody else believes that either. Okay. And then why did he just get up and move and take the daughter, then cut all ties with the family and everything? And they said with both sides of the family. Why? Wouldn't you want to maintain a relationship with your family members and your mother-in-law and sister-in-laws and brother-in-laws for your child's sake? And why wouldn't you want to talk to the police anymore if you are so innocent? Just because a police team come inside your house and check everything and check around the neighborhood and don't find anything, it doesn't mean that a person is innocent. Because people sit down and concoct up stuff and they think it. Some people can think through stuff completely and be successful with doing it and don't even get caught. You know how many people have murdered people out here and never got caught and no trace of it? Just think about how many times you have done something illegal and never got caught. So it is possible to do certain things and not get caught. From people, that is. So who's to say he did not do anything to his wife? Because where is Joann Cook? Joann Cook. I'm sorry, I've been calling her Joan for the longest. I'm sorry, y'all. But Joann Cook, where is she? She's been missing since 2010 without any trace, just like the other lady, what is her name? Tavita, who's been missing for a long time. And both of these ladies, share some similarities. Neither one of their husbands called the police to report that they were missing until a relative or a co-worker, contacted them or called themselves. That does not sound like a loving spouse or even a spouse that even still like you or anything else. Because I guarantee you, if I became missing and David didn't hear from me or anything else, he's going to be calling, trying to figure out where I'm at. So that entire story is weird to me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he has a lot of weird shit that he did. He looks very suspicious to me, very. Let's see. And yes, he could take his daughter, move, and do whatever he wants to do because that's his prerogative. But what I'm saying is that why would you want to do that like that? You can move, but you should still maintain the relationship unless you got something to hide, in my opinion. In my opinion. Some people said she could have committed suicide. But again, if you committed suicide, again, they would have found the body, okay? I don't think she committed suicide, okay? Well, she was depressed, but if she would have killed herself, don't you guys think that they would have found the body? And as far as being depressed and she just want to get away from everything, yeah, everybody else. Why would you want to get away from your daughter? Her daughter was only 7 years old at the time. So why would she want to get away from her daughter, being just 7 years old? That's kind of odd, don't you think? So let's see what some of these comments are saying. So somebody said, I bet the grandmother and aunt were considering filing for custody, and he left town with his daughter to stop it. I don't know if our has grandparent rights laws or not. Most states don't. It should be noted that you don't have to notify anyone that you are moving unless you are under a court order not to do so. He is completely within his rights to move. Maybe he was tired of cops constantly questioning him. Yeah, to think about it though, you may be tired of cops questioning you, but if your wife is missing and you know you didn't have anything to do with it, you would not care how many times the cops question you because you're trying to find your daggone wife. So this person is crazy saying this crazy stuff. And as far as custody, that nobody ever mentioned this in any article that I read. And even if they did, if the grandparents don't have no type of rights to be taking custody because he didn't do anything, he wasn't abusive or anything like that, they're not going to take the daughter from her biological dad. So I don't believe that. I believe he just moved because he wanted to move. Let's see. Let's see. Let's go ahead and see what somebody says. So the husband is clear from any involvement. That's dumb. He looks hella suspicious to me. I don't believe that she walked away to start a new life, and I do believe she is no longer alive. Again, I don't believe that stupid ass theory either, okay? Because if she would have walked away to start a new life, I would think she would take her daughter, okay? Second, it's been all these years later, okay? Her daughter is how old now? Okay, I think she would have tried to make some contact with her daughter if she was still alive. I don't just think she would have left her daughter like that. I just don't. Um, I believe, just like somebody else said in this comment, that he did something to her, okay? And that's just on everything. I really do. Somebody said unless he was relocating for a very good reason, like a job or a relationship, moving away without telling the police is very suspicious behavior. Okay, if he cared about his estranged wife, who after all was the mother of his children or child, wouldn't he have given the cops his new contact information so they can keep in touch if there were new developments in the case? And I agree. This person said, I doubt she committed suicide because otherwise, why would she take toiletries in an overnight bag with her? Correct. Starting a new life also seems doubtful. It rarely happens, and it's increasingly difficult to do so today. And plus, they were already struggling financially. How in the hell was she going to start a new life if she was struggling in her old life financially? And then you got to pay to get a new everything, new identity. Even if you do it illegal, you got to pay for it. If she was already struggling financially, how would she pay for that? They said her attachment to her daughter and her inactive bank accounts are strong evidence against that theory that she just left and started a new life. And I think whoever says that is crazy because, again, this lady was already struggling financially, so she couldn't afford to do it. Okay, just like the other lady couldn't. Okay, because you have to have money to be able to go get a new identity, especially if you do it illegally. Okay, you got to pay to play. All right, and that's on everything. And then why would you leave your daughter? Okay, she was depressed, so it could be possible. But even if you did leave your daughter, again, how did she pay for this new life? Where did she go? You still got fingerprints. You can't change your fingerprints. If you get arrested or anything, it's going to be a data thing that's going to track you and know who you are. Unless you just never get in trouble. What about when you try to go get a real driver's license? Unless you're going to get a counterfeit one, eventually you're going to be found out, though, unless you do stuff very clever. And the only way you can do stuff very clever if you have enough money to pay for it. Otherwise, you're going to get some bootleg and shit because you don't got that much money, and then you're eventually going to get caught. You know what I'm saying? So how could she afford to get a new life if she don't really have money? Okay. And then she didn't use her bank accounts, which is understandable if you get a new life, because you don't want to tie anything to your old self. But when you go out and take all your money out of the bank, though, when you do that, go take all of your money, whatever money you got, you would take it out of the bank so you can use that money to start your new life. Okay. And you would not go any places that people would look for you at. Okay. And you would change your hair color. So you don't have no surveillance cameras out of no stores that shows a lady fitting her description going in there buying hair dye or doing any of these things. Nobody at the bus stop, at the airport or anything. So no, I don't believe she left to start a new life. I believe she was killed. Simple as that. So somebody else said, I wonder if they looked into any other people that she was dating. We only heard about one. I don't know if she was dating other men, but if she was dating other men, then hopefully they did question these men too. But again, these other people would had to know where she was at a specific time in order to get her that night. They would have to know where she was at in order to get her. If I'm sitting my ass at home with my ex, right, and I go out on a walk and just say I got a bunch of men, and then I become missing, and then people want to say these other men may have did it. How the hell does the other men know where I'm at to come and get me? They don't know that I'm over my ex-husband's house or whatever the case is at that specific time, and then I was just going to go for a walk all of a sudden. I would have had to call them to let them know that I'm doing this in order for them to come and do something to me. Somebody said she could have met up with a psycho killer. But okay, again, they usually leave some type of evidence. Okay, I don't give a damn how careful you are. You usually leave something. If there's a struggle, there's going to be skin left. And I'm pretty sure they were looking for stuff like this. Hair follicles. It could be parts of your clothing fibers or whatever that would be left to indicate that there was a struggle. There was nothing out there. But they looked at the area. They researched. I mean, not researched, but they searched the area and everything. They didn't find anything. Again, I think that husband did something, y'all, and so does a lot of other people. This person said, I think the husband probably killed her. Moving across the country from the area your wife went missing is a bit odd, to say at least. Completely estranging yourself and your daughter from your wife's side of the family after a family tragedy is a bit odd. No activities on her bank accounts, phone, credit cards, pretty much kills the new life idea. Sure, maybe she wouldn't want to be tracked. If she had emptied the accounts before she disappeared, I might consider it. That's the same thing I said. She didn't take any money out of her accounts. Hey, David, thank you for coming in. Like this person said, anybody planning to disappear would take all of their money from their accounts so they can have it. Okay. And plus, they probably would have pre-planned everything. They probably would already have fake IDs, know where they're going, and they probably wouldn't do it at the time that she did it, okay? This person said, I think Cook sent the text to make it seem like she was still alive on the 26th. And you know what, commenter? I believe that too. And the commenter said, and I think he made a poor choice when making it. Instead of an I love you to a friend, he would have been better served with something like, I can't take this anymore. Goodbye. That's what he should have wrote. He should have text, I can't take this anymore. I'm leaving. What's this person talking about? Could be her leaving him a suicide and making the last message to her husband 22 years rather than a friend. Right. Why would you leave a last message to a friend versus your estranged husband? She said, I don't know what this dude could have left his phone at home. Oh, okay, so he's saying that he could have left this phone at home so that it would not connect to a tower near where the text was sent. I also think it's possible he sent that text from her phone while driving to or from wherever he disposed of the body. That's correct. I never thought about that. He could have did that. Somebody else said they think he had someone else kill her. They say he could have hired someone. That could be possible. Somebody else said likely has something to do with the daughter. Joan, that's why I was calling her Joan, okay? Joan was seen as something bad for the child, possibly. Hell, maybe she was scary stuff either way. I don't know, she was depressed, so you never know. But the thing is, though, I don't believe the husband at all. I think the situation is weird. I don't believe she ever went outside. I said before he could have took her away in the car or whatever, did something. He may not even did nothing in the house because they couldn't find any traces of anything. Usually, if you do something in the house, you usually find splatters of blood or something else somewhere. And so, if he did do anything, he could have just took her from the house and did it. You know what I'm saying? If he did, okay. And that's why they couldn't find no trace of her. You know what I'm saying? He could have disposed of her in a way that no one could find traces of her. You know what I'm saying? She could be anywhere, could be buried somewhere. How would they know where to check it? And again, moving away like he did, not telling the police where he's at. So in case they get any more information, they can contact him. All of that is suspicious. And not leaving anything behind. If she was taking like a purse or the bag, probably not so much the purse, but the bag, the toiletry bag, maybe like the what else did she have? I can't remember what else she had. Something would have been left behind though. You can best believe that. And they would have also left some type of proof whereby when the police come out there and search, the people who specialize in that come out there and search, they would have seen traces of her DNA out there if she would actually walk down the street. You know what I'm saying? Because you do leave traces of stuff when you walk, skin falls off all the time, things like that, even hair does. Okay. And if somebody pulling on you, trying to get you in their car or something like that, or trying to take you, you're going to leave something because, you're going to try to resist. You probably get scratched. They may get scratched. You're going to drop stuff. That person's not going to pick up everything because they're trying to do it in a rush. And there's no way no ex-boyfriends could have did it because they would have not known where she was at. Okay. Then that she actually left at the time that she left. All right. So let's just rule that on out. Okay. And as far as a stranger, he would have to be at the perfect place at the right time. And he could be randomly be there. Right. However, again, I think she would have dropped something. It would have been some other type of evidence left behind. And I just don't believe that, period. I believe that he played a role into her disappearance. I don't believe she is alive. I don't believe she started a new life because, again, I know you're not going to use your credit cards because if you start a new life, you're not going to put anything back to your old life. But you would have taken all your money out of the bank, and then how would she would have afforded to do all this stuff? Your new life, you got to get a new job, got to get a new place to live, new social security card, driver's license, everything. How would she would have paid for that if they were struggling financially? So again, where is Joann Cook? Okay. Did her husband have any involvement? Do you really think that she was kidnapped? Do you think that she committed suicide? Do you think that she just went out to start a new life? Or do you actually believe that her husband played a role in her disappearance? What do you guys think? All right. So that's it on the conversation about Joann Cook. You can find more information about this lady if you go to YouTube and just type in what happened to Joanne Renee Clark. Why do I have Cook up there? Is it Clark or Cook? No, 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 no. What happened to Joann Cook? Um, they got different names on different articles, y'all, but her name is what I have up there. I think it's Joann Cook for real. The Clark thing may be wrong. Okay, I'm not sure because everywhere else I see it says Cook, so I'm thinking that they just have the wrong name. But you need to just type in what happened to Joann Cook, okay, who disappeared in 2010, and you can read more about her. Okay, and again, this is what she looks like. Just in case, you never know, y'all. You just never know. She was suffering with depression and was taking antidepressants. But that does not mean that she was trying to commit suicide or she just went crazy and just disappeared. Yeah, you have to look that up, David. It does not mean that she did any of these things, okay? Um, from the start, not from the start, but somewhere in their relationship, they had a weird ass marriage anyway. Who the hell allows their wife to have a boyfriend in another state and you in another state, and then when a boyfriend goes out of town, then she comes back and be with you? Who allows this? Just get a divorce. And maybe he got fed up with that, okay? And he just planned out what he needed to do and did it. I don't know for sure. I'm just saying maybe. That's why I use that key thing in there, maybe. And did I do the copyright? I think I did. Did I? Let me just do it again just in case I didn't do it, y'all, because I don't want to get in trouble. Okay, so copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, commenting, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, research, and etc. That entire copyright disclaimer in its entirety is in my description area of this video. It will be in the comment area. And just part of it scrolling across the screen. Okay, I just had to do that because I can't even remember if I did it or not. You know, but anyway, this is a crazy story, and I hope that if she is alive, I doubt it, but if she is alive, I hope that she is found, or she contacts her daughter, or whatever the case is. But I'm really thinking that something happened to her, and I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I don't think it's something good. I'm just gonna be perfectly honest because usually people just don't disappear without a trace. You know what I'm saying? And you just don't hear anything else from them ever, ever. So I do think something bad happened to her, and it's unfortunate. And I do believe, I don't know if this is true, that her husband may have played a role in it. I don't know, but I'm just saying based on what I see and what I have looked at and read about this case. Okay, and so again, you can check out this case on YouTube and read all about her as well as the person that I did yesterday more in detail. All right. Other than that, that is it for that topic. I'm gonna try to go over a little breaking news, only a little, because I definitely have to get out of here, guys. So hold on for a second. So I don't know why these parents. I don't know. Anyway, this is according to USA Today. This is breaking news. Breaking news. Okay, a 13-year-old child is dead in southeastern Brazil after a horrific accident where she leaned her head out of a bus window to wave at people on a sidewalk and struck a pole. Okay. Fernanda Ferrez was killed on August the 16th. Um, I'm not going to go over the city where she was and everything, but she was on a bus, leaning out of the bus, and her head clearly hit that pole, and she got killed. Okay. Anyway, witness said the bus left Professor Carlos Cortez State College, where the girl attended school. And this is in Brazil, okay, so you guys can know that. But I still think it's an important story to tell you guys about, so you'll be letting your kids be hanging all out the car windows and stuff. Anyway, the bus was heading toward her home where the accident took place. As she sat in the last left side seat of the bus, The girl leaned out of the window to wave at some colleagues on the sidewalk, okay? While her head was out of the window, the bus driver swerved to avoid oncoming traffic along the road, and the girl's head collided with a concrete pole near the curb. After her head hit the pole, passengers on board alerted the driver because he did not know. And then he stopped the bus, before EMS arrived. The girl was pronounced dead after firefighters arrived at the scene. So that's a daggone shame, y'all. My condolences and prayers are extended out to her family and her friends. That's a sad situation. It doesn't matter about the country or whatever the case it is. It's still a sad story. That's why I wanted to read this to you guys. Just remember to make sure you tell your kids not to be sticking their head, their arms, or whatever out of the window. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know if somebody comes too close, or if you come close to something that could possibly hit them, or damage, hurt them, or whatever the case is. So just make sure you keep your kids from doing the same exact thing. This girl was a college student, so she wasn't like a little bitty kid, but she was, still young. And again, my condolences and prayers are extended out to her family and friends, and may she rest in peace. That is a daggone shame, y'all. Man, so many ways to go. So let's see what else we got here, y'all. Let me go to, let's go ahead. I'm just looking at the news article because some news stuff I don't want to talk about, you know. So I'm just looking at everything. I need to figure out how I can save my stuff again because, again, the way I was saving it, the person reactivated their WhatsApp, so I can't just, because I'm sending all this stuff to that person, and they're like, "Why you keep on sending me all these news articles?" So I got to figure another way I can do it, so I won't have to go look for it. So here we go. Another story is that a man gunned down his ex-wife in front of kids hours after she won the house, and she won the truck and custody of the children in divorce court. So he got mad and shot down his ex-wife. Okay. This is the dude right here, and this is his ex-wife who he gunned down. All right, let's go ahead and look at these pictures real quick. Damn, the hell is wrong with these people? So, Rudy Giuliana, is that how you pronounce his name, y'all? He was arrested. Okay, I'm just let y'all know that Giuliani, yeah, whatever his name is. But anyway, he was arrested. Okay, let me go back to this real quick. Anyway, the 38-year-old man in Nevada was arrested last week for allegedly gunning down his ex-wife just hours after the two appeared in court for a divorce relating hearing in which he apparently felt he lost to the victim. He really lost now because now he's going to be in damn prison forever. That's stupid. I told you some people don't think. Okay. Anyway, Roy Dan Mendoza was taken into custody on Friday and charged with 1 count of open murder, 2 counts of attempted murder with a deadly weapon, and 2 counts of domestic battery with a deadly weapon in the slaying of Mallory Cruz. Court documents reviewed by Law and Crime show. According to a probable cause affidavit, officers with the Las Vegas Metro Police Department at about 2:40 p.m. on August the 17th responded to a call about a shooting taking place at an apartment complex in the 3900 block of South Jones Boulevard near Flamingo Road in Las Vegas. The caller, later identified as the victim's daughter, told the dispatcher to hurry up. He's got a gun, while the dispatcher said multiple gunshots could be heard in the background. There was a lot of commotion and screaming, and the daughter sounded as though she walked away from the phone. When she got back to the phone, she said her mom was dead. That's sad. So the mom probably, yeah, he was, David. When she was on the phone, she probably ran over there to try to help her mom before the dad was shooting her. Anyway, upon arriving at the scene, first responders found 2 additional victims who had suffered gunshot wounds, in addition to Cruz, who was pronounced dead on the scene. The other two victims, one who suffered a gunshot wound to the elbow and the other a gunshot wound to the eye, were transported to a local hospital for treatment. Let's see, the suspect was identified as, I thought they said his name was something else before. Did they say another name before? The suspect was identified as Dorothy Mendoza, described as a Cuban male who wore all white and fled the scene in a white pink pickup truck, the affidavit said. Let me go back somewhere because I could have sworn they said something else before. Let me see. Oh, okay. I gave you his first name. His middle name is Dorothy. He's Cuban. I thought he was straight up black. Yeah, Cubans look black. And they, but anyway, I'm not even going to that discussion. But okay. Let's see. So here we go. Here we go. Wait a minute. Hold on, y'all. Okay, so the suspect was identified as Dorothy Mendoza, described as a Cuban male who wore all white and fled the scene in a white pickup truck, the affidavit said. Investigators on the scene recovered 11 cartridge cases from the scene and noted that a security door and front door of the apartment had been shot off. Tamayo Cruz's body was found in the hallway between the bedroom and bathroom of the apartment. She had suffered a fatal gunshot wound to the forehead. A 9mm handgun was found next to the body. At about 3:10 p.m., cameras captured Mendoza parking his car in front of the LVMPD. I guess he was going to give up. I mean, not give up. What's that you say when you when you go to the police department? I told you I go blank when I get on camera. This is crazy, y'all. You know, when you go to the police department and he was turning himself in. I got it. Imagine if I was so crazy, I would really be messing up. Anyway, see, this is why I couldn't do no job as no damn news reporter. My ass would be fired. Fired. Week one. Sorry, y'all. This is a little meltdown right here on camera. Okay, but anyway. Wait. Okay, hold on. Okay, so at about 3:10 p.m., cameras captured Dorothy, or whatever his name is, Mendoza, parking his car in front of the LVMPD Records and Fingerprint Bureau and getting out wearing a shirt covered in apparent blood. He went inside, requested to speak with an officer, then went back outside and sat down on a bench. Damn, you know what? He just flipped out, y'all. He really did. When police approached him, they noted his shirt was saturated with apparent blood. As they asked Mendoza what happened, he said, "I killed my wife." He also stated that his wife's daughter had stabbed him in the left shoulder. So I guess she stabbed him trying to stop him from killing her mom. Okay? She should have stabbed him in his chest, though, not the shoulder. Okay? Damn. Or his stomach or his side to stop him. In the interview with the daughter, she told police that she was with her mother shortly before the shooting. During that time, her mother told her she had won in court that day against Mendoza and would be getting the house, the truck, and the custody of the children. A witness who was in the home during the shooting told police Mendoza shot and kicked down the bedroom door where his ex-wife was hiding. Damn. And shot her in the head 3 times. He also said, Mendoza said something to the effect of, "I told you." No, he said this: "I told yo not to joke around with me. I told yo not to joke around with me." That's what he said. Yo. Yo. A 2-year-old child who Mendoza and Cruz shared custody of was also at the apartment during the shooting and was unharmed, according to the affidavit. Damn, this man was crazy as hell, y'all. He kicked down the damn door. She was hiding from him. I wish she would have had a damn gun because it just would have been a shootout. For real. I'm telling you, y'all know y'all with these lunatic men. I'm telling you, you better protect yourself with more than a knife because you just never know. Okay. I mean, damn. You're going to do all of this because you lost custody of everything. But now, if you go to prison, what do you have? People don't think. What do you have if you commit a murder and then you go to prison? You don't have shit. You don't have the kids. You don't have the truck. You don't have the house. You don't even have your freedom. You are an idiot, dude. Damn. You wasn't ugly or anything either. Just get over her ass and find somebody new and get you another house. The only thing about I would have went back to court about my kids if he was never violent, if he was doing domestic violence with her or anything like that to her, then he won't get custody of the kids. But he may be able to see the kids, but you have to work things out, yourself and get yourself together so you can see your kids. But you shouldn't be going out killing your wife or your husband because of this, because if you kill that person, what will you have? Even if you kill yourself, you still don't have that. You're going to be in hell. That's what you're going to have. Okay, so why even do all of that? You might as well just take the pain that comes with everything and just try to go back to court. If you can't go back to court, then just start over again and get yourself together so you can go back to court and seek joint custody of your child or whatever. Not go get a gun and start shooting. Now his dumb ass is in custody and going to prison, if not the death penalty, if they have it in that state. That is crazy. And so I guess the daughter, I think they said the daughter stabbed him as she should have. Shit. But she should have did it in another area. So his ass could have dropped. And that's a damn shame. Let me show you this guy again. Cuban. He looks Cuban in black. But they will say every other race except the other race. And that's on everything. And that's a whole nother topic. Let's see what you said. You wouldn't be fired because you wouldn't make sure you get, because you wouldn't want to marry. Right. That's shit. That is crazy. That is crazy as hell. Why would you do all of that? And you say you don't want to lose, you lost everything. So when you kill a person, you're not losing everything then? You fucking idiot. You're not losing everything then? Damn, we must think about our actions before we do it, y'all. If you go do certain crimes because somebody took something from you, if you get caught, stupid ass people, okay, and I mean exactly what I'm saying. Are you going to have the thing that you did all the crime for? You're not going to have that. So why do it? Do it a different type of way. Shit, that's why I don't do certain things. If I get when I get my divorce goes all the way through, just say if I had a husband like that, he don't want to do anything for me. So I'm gonna go out and do something to him and I'm still not gonna get anything. No, you think. You get smarter than them. You think about what you can do and you go back to court. And if you can't win again, you do what you need to do to get yourself together and say, forget that person. Because if they did something wrong to you, they're going to get their karma. But sometimes men and some women do things, okay, to make things like this happen, to encourage the judge not to give you a damn thing. If you're committing adultery, if you're fighting your wife or husband, what do you expect to get? Those are grounds for not getting anything. And then you're going to get mad and go back and gun down your spouse in front of your kids. You shouldn't even be gunning down your spouse at all, but yet alone in front of your child. She should have took that knife and stuck it right through his fucking neck, all the way through it, y'all. And I mean it. I guarantee you, he wouldn't have shot nothing if she would have called him before he started shooting. He wouldn't have shot anything because he would have been too busy grasping for his neck, trying to stop that bleeding, because that's ridiculous. Damn. And I wish this lady would have had a weapon, because instead of hiding, I would have hid, but I would have waited for his ass to come right through that door. Okay. Shoot through the door, and Lord knows I would have did what I had to do. And that's on everything. I'm just be perfectly honest about that, because you got to start standing up. You got to start thinking. You got to start using common sense and stop being so damn scary. Shit. And you can be scared all you want to, but be scared while you have a weapon and defend yourself. And that's on everything. And don't think I'm just telling you guys this, because I've been through situations, a bunch of situations, and I was the only person who defended myself. If I wouldn't have defended myself, I probably wouldn't even be here today. Okay, so I'm not just talking like some people do on social media and never encountered a damn thing, and they just running their mouth trying to make it seem like they encountered shit, but they never did. I'm telling you from firsthand experience. Shit, defend yourself when people are messing with you, and that's on everything. I'm talking about when they messing with you in regard, like, they're trying to kill you or something like that. I'm not saying somebody just want to physically just fight you and it's just a simple fight. You don't go and do the most extreme shit. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't even be getting into a fight when your ass get a certain age, but just in case you do, automatically you don't want to, if the person's not picking up a weapon, you don't want to go grab a weapon and shit. That's kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? But like for women, if these men, some of these men who like to beat the hell out of women and want to get guns and do all this other weird shit, you got to start getting smarter, because sometimes you can't get away from these lunatics. They follow you. Okay, they really do. You have to be prepared. You can call the police all you want to. You can get all the restraining orders you want to, but you better be prepared, because if you're not prepared, that damn restraining order is not going to stop them from doing what they are doing, and the police is not going to get there fast enough, or other family members. Learn how to defend your damn self, and that's on everything. And I'm telling you, because Shay's too definitely know how to defend herself, and that's on every fucking thing. I had to experience so many things. I'm not sitting up here just making up stuff telling you guys that. I know a lot of YouTubers do that shit, but I'm telling you the truth. Learn how to defend yourself. I had to fight back this dude when I was young as hell. I mean, young as hell, okay? And I was way smaller, okay? And I defended myself against this dude. Never had any marks on me, maybe one time, but I ain't never really had no marks on me for real, for real. And I used to F him up, y'all, and that's on everything, because I don't be playing around, and my ass was small then, you know? And remember, I told you guys I was shy, but I still will not let him mess me up, because I made it a vow to myself. If I ever come in contact with a dude that want to put his hands on me and I can't get away from him or don't know he's like that, and he puts his hands on me, that's going to be the last fucking time he put his hands on anybody. Now, granted, it wasn't the last time for him, because we got into altercations all the time, because my ass was stupid back then, young, and just didn't know. And I used to get back together with this dude all the time. You know what I'm saying? But eventually I learned, you know what I'm saying? But still, I was never scared of him, and I used to always defend myself. He probably wasn't scared of me either, but I damn sure wasn't scared of him. You know what I'm saying? He knew that I would F him up, and I did it so many times, y'all, because I do not be playing around. And that's on everything. And in the future, when two other people that I met, I think it was two or three, y'all probably think I'm a hot ass mess, but I don't know, I be meeting these weird ass dudes, you know what I'm saying, before I got married. And they think they can just put their hands on people. I'm not the one. I keep on warning people that I'm not the one. I'm not joking. So anytime I tell you guys stuff on this camera, I'm not just making this shit up, okay? I'm telling you because I have experienced certain things. And don't tell me you scared. Don't tell me you too little. Don't tell me you too saved or whatever. God did not say let somebody just mess with you, okay? And that's on everything. He said, don't be out here doing stuff, provoking people, right? If you can turn the other cheek, you do it. But child, if you have to defend yourself, you just got to. Okay, you just got to. You can do all the police restraints you want to. You can call the police you want to. If a dude is trying to get you and you're not prepared, he may get you. Okay, and that's on everything. Okay, you know they're naturally stronger than us, so you better start using common sense. Okay, the best thing to do if you come in contact with dudes like this is to try to stop talking to them immediately when you find out. But you know, some people are psycho as hell. They like to think they own you and shit, and like to do the most. So those types, you need to let them know what's up, and that's on everything. If you can't get away from their ass, okay, you first try to get away from their ass and break off all ties of communication, even if you have to move to another state or wherever you got to fucking move to. But if they follow you and come into your house, you better be prepared. And that's on every damn thing. I was always prepared for people. And I still try to be prepared. The only time I wasn't prepared was when that freako followed me from the store into the lake and waited on me. That was the only time I was never prepared. But I would have effed him up with my fingernails. That's why I keep them so long. That's why they're super strong. I would have stuck him dead in his throat until he couldn't breathe. And I'm just saying that on everything. And I'm just telling you the truth. I would have fought him back. And that's on everything. I am not going to let somebody just take me and put me in a car and then I'm gone. And it was broad daylight. 1,000 people were outside. Can you believe this? At the damn lake. And they probably would have just thought it was my boyfriend. So that's why you got to stop acting dumb with these damn men and stop being naive and weak as hell and just start thinking. Because a piece of paper, just like Brown Sweet said, ain't going to stop a damn thing. Okay? It's not going to stop anything. Y'all be quick to fight a woman, but be slow to fight a fucking man back. I don't understand that. But he's bragging on YouTube that you're bad. If you let a man beat your ass and you don't defend yourself, you're not fucking bad. Stop saying that. Okay? I'd rather for a girl to whoop my ass than let a man do it. Because with a girl, it's a fair fight. With a dude, it's not. So I don't think about fairness if I get into it with a dude. Okay, and that's just on everything. I don't even think about fairness when I get into it with a woman. I'm gonna be perfectly honest out here. You got to be prepared, regardless if it's a woman or man. But I'm just saying, I give a woman a little bit more leeway than I will a man, and that's all I'm saying. Okay, and you just got to be smart. Violence is not the answer to things. However, sometimes you can't avoid it. Okay, especially when somebody coming toward you, shooting down your damn doors, kicking your doors in, or putting their hands on you or your children. Those are the times you need to practice self-defense. All this other bullshit, you get mad at your husband or boyfriend because he's cheating, you go get a weapon? No. Or you want to fight the girl? No. Those are the times you should be using no violence, unless he or the girl gets violent to you. So yeah, so that I feel sorry for that daughter and for the mom too, because she lost her life over this foolish man. His damn ego. It was so hurt that he went and shot the damn door down or kicked the door down, whatever he did. And I hope he stay in prison forever. I really do. And I hope some of those inmates in there teach him a lesson too, because you don't do that. You know what I'm saying? A woman is weaker than your ass. How you gonna marry somebody and be married to them and be all in love with them, and then all of a sudden, when it's not working out, you be mad at them. You can be mad, but you be mad to the point you want to kill. What the hell is wrong with people? And that's on everything. What is wrong with some people out here? You shouldn't even want to take a life unless they put you in a situation where you have to, and it's self-defense. I believe in that self-defense because if the self-defense law was not intact, I would probably be in jail, charged with murder. Okay? So I'm glad the self-defense law is intact, because if it wasn't, a lot of people would be in jail for murder. So when you're in true self-defense, when you're in that predicament where you have to use true self-defense in true situations, I think you should defend yourself. I really do. Not when you're not in those type of situations, because then you're going to get your stupid ass in trouble. You only use that type of stuff when you're in the situation where your life is in jeopardy. I'm not even going to use self-defense if somebody trying to steal something from me. They can have that shit because I have insurance. You can have it. I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody be in my apartment or some shit, I'm like, okay, shit. Let me leave. I'm not even going to tell. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I could be coming home and somebody could be here. I'm turning back around. Okay, because if I come upstairs and that person's in here and then I go take out my what and shoot, my ass going to jail. Okay, you can't do that. Once you're outside, they're inside, you stay your ass outside. And I'm pretty sure that's in a lot of states and cities the same way. You can't go back into your house playing Rambo and shit and go in there and shoot somebody because they taking your shit. You don't got insurance. So know when to use self-defense. Make sure you check out your state laws, talk to the police, research it. Okay. And just don't be taking lives and doing shit to people when they're not putting your life or your children's life in jeopardy. In killing people because they don't want your ass, or because they cheated, or because you didn't win something in court is not the way to go. If your ass is in prison, you're not going to get any damn thing. If you are dead, you're not going to have that. That's stupid. Even if you're not dead or in prison, why do you want your ex-spouse or boyfriend or whatever why do you want them not to like you? So think about your actions before you do it. A lot of these stories that I've been reading about could have been avoided if people just practice self-control and stop being so butt hurt about every damn thing and stop acting stupid as hell. You know what I'm saying? I mean, every article that I'm looking at, somebody got killed or a woman got killed, or she's missing, or some other weird shit. That is crazy as hell. We need to get better, people, for real. Again, my condolences are expressed out to that lady's family members and to her daughters and stuff, her other kids. My sympathy is expressed out to them as well. And may this lady rest in peace. Sad situation. I hope justice is served on this fucking piece of shit dude all the way, because what he did was definitely uncalled for. Damn. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on to Rudy Giuliani. I think I said his name correct that time. turned himself in. This is the last article I'm giving you guys today. Okay, because I'm already over time. I need to get that crap out of here. Let's see. This story is taking so long to load up. But the good thing is that I'm almost ready. I had already gotten ready before I got up here on this live. Need to finish eating my peanut butter sandwich. Y'all, I eat a peanut butter sandwich, not every morning, but that's my breakfast. I know that's weird, but that's what I eat every morning just about. So he did turn himself in. I don't know what happened to the article, but he did turn himself in. Okay, let me see if I can go back to. I hate when they do that. I'm about to type it in here. Let me see. Let me type it in here. Rudy Giuliani. Rudy. Racist ass. Let me see. Rudy Giuliani. Let's see. Rudy. Yeah. Let's see. Giuliani. I think that's how you pronounce this dude's name. I spelled it wrong, though. Let's see. Let me just say arrested. He actually turned himself in and he was arrested. Let's see. Okay, let's see. He surrenders in Georgia. No. That's something else. He was arrested. Let's see. He was arrested. No. No. That's the wrong article. Let's see. This is it. But he was released on a $150,000 bond. Okay. He was arrested today, according to USA Today. He was arrested in Georgia. I think he turned himself in, I think. Let's see. Anyway, a campaign lawyer for Donald Trump, who was indicted with him in Georgia, he surrendered. He did Wednesday and was booked on 13 charges related to trying to overturn the 2020 election. Okay. I'm not going to read any more of this. He did say that the indictment is a travesty. That's what he said outside the Fulton County Jail after he was booked. He said it's an attack. It's an attack, not just on me, not just on President Trump. This is an attack on the American people. That's what he said. He was released pending trial on a $150,000 bond, of which he had to post 10% and put on similar restrictions as others in the case. Under an agreement. Hold on, y'all. It's an article came up. Under an agreement negotiated by lawyers Brian Tevis and John Esposito. Esposito said he would represent Giuliani through the trial. His condition includes he is prohibited against intimidating co-defendants or witnesses and against communicating with co-defendants other than through their lawyers. He must check in with pretrial services every 30 days. Okay. Anyway, Giuliani said he spoke with Trump on Wednesday. He said, I talked with the president today. I wished him well. I have every confidence in him. What they are doing to him is an assault on the American Constitution. And I say to my American citizen, this could happen to you if you don't stop this. You have to stop this. Giuliani is among the 19 defendants in the case. He is charged with racketeering, 3 counts of soliciting lawmakers to violate their oaths of office, 3 counts of making false statements, and 6 conspiracy counts dealing with the recruitment of fake electors. Okay. Giuliani, Rudy, okay. He served as mayor of New York City from 1994 to 2001. He is also a former U.S. attorney who prosecuted members of the mafia under a federal version of the racketeering statute under which he is charged. He told reporters before leaving New York he is fighting the case for the basic right to provide legal counsel. All right. So there we go. He also argued, y'all, that Fulton County District Attorney Fan Willis violated his First Amendment right to advocate for grievance, such as an election that was poorly conducted. All right. So there we go. All right. So if I get any, I'm sure I'm going to get some updates and I'll let you guys know. Okay. They are waiting for the other co-defendants defendants, I'm sorry, to turn themselves in as well. Okay, on today. All right. So we'll see how that all plays out. All right, guys. Other than that, guys, that's it for breaking news. Hope you guys enjoyed this live. Okay, even my bloopers because it was a trip. Y'all know I'm gonna make bloopers every damn time I do it live, so stop tripping. You know I'm gonna do it. Okay, I told y'all before, I warned y'all before that I'll be tripping out when I get on camera. Now you see that I'm not lying. Okay, even if I'm not on camera, I still be tripping because I be concentrating on people listening to me and things like that. So I'm still trying to work through those little issues and stuff. Eventually I'll get it. I'll get more confidence in everything and then I'll be good. All right. Otherwise, guys, don't forget to thumbs up this video if you enjoyed this video presentation. Okay. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel and to hit that bell notification so you can be notified of any upcoming videos. Tomorrow I'll be on, I think at 7 or 7:30, because I think I won't be able to come on tomorrow morning. So I'll be on, like I said, between 7 and 7:30. Okay. Okay, y'all. And don't forget, if you want to show support to this channel, you can show it by thumbing up the videos, checking out my other videos, checking out my shorts, thumbing them up, subscribing to the channel, checking out my Dollar Tree hauls in that Los Angeles tour thing that I'm doing that I'm gonna put up sometime today. And I'm gonna show you guys where Freddy Krueger, where they did that movie at. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys that too in that video. All right. You can also show support by doing a cash app to $ShadesTube. All financial donations are used to make this channel better, to pay for some stuff like StreamYard and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Ring likes and things like that. All right. All right. Other than that, let me go ahead and do a roll call and then we're going to get out of here. I'm already late, but it's cool. Okay, so thank you to Mo Bain for your buzz. Y'all check him out on YouTube. Just type his name up in the search engine on Google and you will, YouTube, and you will see it. Check out Brown Sweet. Thank you for coming by, showing support. She has a really good channel as well, doing home decor and things of that nature. Mo Bang for Your Bucks does remodeling of his van and take road trips and things like that. Check the CEO out. He has a good channel as well. Talks about many different topics. David, and thank you for coming by, the CEO. Also, David, thank you for coming by, showing support. He is a gamer. Check him out. He plays a lot of good, fun, enjoyable games, y'all. He be tripping me out. So check him out. And let's see who else. And thank you, David, for coming by, showing support. Nightbot, y'all. Get this on y'all channels. It does a good job. And that's on everything, okay? Other than that, I want to thank everybody in the bushes, everybody who watches this in the replay. Thank you guys so much. Y'all, in the replay, make sure you guys thumbs up this video. I don't know. Y'all be watching this video, don't thumbs up. Just thumbs up the video. You know what I'm saying? So YouTube can put it in there. Let me see if I can say this right. I got to look at the word to be able to say it. They can run it through their system more often. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put it like that because I'm getting ready to butcher that word. For real, I have to be looking at the word and sound it out and shit before I even say it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll be saying some crazy shit. Y'all know. But anyway, I am getting ready to get out of here. You guys have a great remaining day, a blessed day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. It was something I was going to tell y'all today, but if I have a chance, I may come back tonight and tell you guys about it. I can't remember what it was though, right at this moment, but I will. If I get a chance, I'll come back tonight and tell y'all. It depends on how much money I make at first. You know what I'm saying? And I'll come back between 7:30 and let you guys know if I remember it. Okay. Other than that, guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow, 7 o'clock, 7:30. You guys have a great day. Thank you for tuning into Shades Tube. Have a good day, y'all. Something is not right, and that's on everything. Peace out, y'all. Take care.